Hello and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Ben.
I'm Hunter.
Thanks for joining us today. If you're a new listener, we really appreciate you being here and we hope you like this episode. If you do like it, be sure to give us a like. It's that little thumbs up down there. And if you want to hear more, subscribe and check out our playlist. It's got every single episode back to back if you want to, go through that gauntlet. Hunter, would you like to start us off today? What do you got to talk about?
Did you know that the Germans invented Fanta to be like a direct competitor to Coca-Cola?
Sie Germans. See.
Yeah. And it was during...
I don't know why I answered in Spanish as a German, but we'll just ignore that little factor.
Well, I mean, most of them are here.
I see Germans.
After a certain war, a lot of them ran to South America, so...
Well, yeah. I mean, of course,
natural.
Of course, as an indicator of Garage Talk, you're talking about Germans, and suddenly it's drifted off into Hitler somehow.
To a certain point earlier in the mid 20th century. No, yeah, but I guess they created, Fanta to be a direct competitor to Coca-Cola because you-know-who loved Coca-Cola, but then once the war kicked off, Coca-Cola was like, nah, I'm not going to sell to those guys.
Doesn't Coke own Fanta?
Yeah, they do now. They bought them out eventually.
Okay. Well, they lost that war
twice.
They lost twice, bitches. That's what you get.
To the red, white, and blue.
Filthy Nazis.
Yeah, I just thought that was a interesting little tidbit. I don't know how much we could really talk about that, but...
No, it is interesting. It's kind of interesting in the way that when you finish a tube of toothpaste.
What the fuck?
It's kind of interesting, you're at the bottom of the tube of toothpaste. You're like, oh shit, I got to get more toothpaste. Kind of brings some not candor, but excitement. If you're really bored with your life.
Yeah, I guess, thinking about...
Just like that story.
You start thinking about, well, am I going to stick with the same kind of toothpaste?
I know. I kind of just buy whatever I can find that's not gross looking.
Yeah, really.
Can't do the green shit. I don't know what it is with the green toothpaste. It's like the gel or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's gross. And Colgate is not that great either.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I go with the Crest. Oh, yeah.
I usually go with Arm & Hammer.
Isn't that like baking soda?
Yeah. You can taste the baking soda.
Oh, I bet you can. It probably cleans your teeth good, though.
I don't know. You look at me a lot. How's my teeth?
They're there.
Yeah.
My teeth are much better, man. I had braces and everything, so it doesn't really make a difference.
I got kind of lucky as far as that goes. I never needed braces.
Yeah, your teeth aren't unterribly straight. I see you playing with them now because you're thinking about them.
Yeah, I'm conscious.
But they're
of it
not
now.
like crooked or anything.
No,
you don't have Will Ferrell teeth, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Man's got a jacked up mouth.
I do have pretty straight teeth. I got a few crooked ones, here and there, but...
Yeah, whatever. What's life without a little crookedness? Whether that be a dick or a tooth. A little crooked just brings a little interest.
Everybody needs a little gangster lean. I do wish I would have taken better care of them, though, as an adult. So, because now I've broken a number of teeth.
It's becoming a Garage Talk thing, tooth talk, and I just don't want it to, so I'm going to divert before we get too into tooth talk.
Is this the first time
No, this is not the first time. This is probably the 10th out of nearly 60 episodes. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Because I had the root canal, and then we kept talking about it, and then it comes up later, and let's get out of here. Did you hear that Trump almost got shot again?
Yeah, I did. Apparently, it.
Not that I'm laughing about that, but the tooth talk shit is just absurd. That's what I'm laughing about.
Trump has teeth.
He does, and hair.
Yeah, no, I did hear about that. I don't know much about it, but.
Yeah, it just seems like somebody snuck into the White House Correspondents' Dinner with a gun. How? Does he have the most incompetent Secret Service of all time, or is it just a coincidence that people just keep getting near him?
That's a really good question.
I actually read something today that Obama actually had almost 11 assassination attempts on his life as well.
I'm sure there's a ton.
I never heard of any of them.
No, and me either. I don't remember anyway.
I'll have to look it up after we're done. But the ones against Trump seem to be every couple of months. It's kind of wild.
I've heard somewhere that the Secret Service usually quells a lot of attempts on every president's life.
Yeah.
You just don't hear about all of them.
Yeah, we don't. I guess we don't hear. We only see their fuck ups and not their prevailing,
Yeah.
whatever's. I'm sure based on like the tumultuousness of like Trump's presidency, I assume there's been multiple attempts that we
sure.
just don't know about.
Oh yeah, there was probably multiple that day, but for some reason that's the one that got attention.
And I think we're kind of a goofy podcast, but I think we want to be perfectly clear. We don't condone any violence, and we're not necessarily Trump supporters, but we don't want to see the guy get fucking shot.
Yeah, I don't want to see anybody get murdered.
Yeah, it just seems like there's this way of the world that's been working lately that violence is like might is right, and I guess I prefer, the intellectual option, talking,
Yeah.
And Trump is not someone who's easy to talk to. He seems like he's always like putting up a front of toughness or a certain like attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of bravado.
Yeah, communication is hard to talk to with someone with a fairly large ego.
Yeah, you got that right.
But anyone who's going to be president has to have a large ego. That's it's the up and down of it, I guess, so to say.
Yeah, I honestly feel like if you're someone that wants that job, you got to be a bit of a psycho.
A little bit. You got to be like really a person who really likes to work at stuff that just doesn't ever happen.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, that's like 90% of presidents is presidencies.
And in charge of a lot of money that your people aren't going to see most of.
Yeah. But either way, I just think like the general violence is just not something we condone. And while we are an entertainment kind of goofy show or podcast, whatever the fuck we are, I'm not really sure. We're on YouTube, I know that.
Yeah, we
but
sure are.
Whatever we are, we just don't agree with that type of action.
Yeah.
Like, we just think that people shouldn't be doing that, even if you disagree with somebody. I mean, on either side, conservative or liberal or whatever, Republican, Democrat, whatever you want to do.
Even if you're in the middle.
You shouldn't fucking want to beat the other side just because they don't agree with you.
Yeah, for sure. Or, kill them.
People are allowed to have different opinions. I think we've reached a place in the world where nobody wants to let anyone have a different opinion, and this radicalization of harsh words that actually have meaning behind them.
Yep. I mean,
like if I call a bitch a cunt, I mean it. And she's probably a cunt. But I don't go around calling people who disagree with me Nazi or fascist or I don't brag about drinking liberal tears or anything. You know what I mean?
they're both equally obnoxious just for different reasons.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think, this like always defend the person on your side bullshit is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, just believe what you believe. If you agree with them, great. But if you don't, fucking stand up. Say something.
Yeah. And, keep an open mind and be willing to have your mind changed.
Be rational.
Yeah.
I think we've lost a lot of rationality.
Yeah. I think, you pretty much said everything I would have said, but probably in a smarter way. Ben and I see eye to eye on a lot of things. Not everything, but I feel like if he had to speak for me on any certain subject.
Hunter likes eating ass. I do not. We disagree strongly.
Yeah, that's true. And I just don't understand people that don't like to eat ass. No, I get it. I get the hang-ups, but I have none of them. I'm a fucking animal.
Either way, we were talking about something serious. We're going to get back to the goofy stuff here now because I think I just wanted to address that because I had a lot of feelings about it. And I just, I'm just kind of tired of everything that's going on. And I know all 20 of you listening will really appreciate that. Do you remember doing LAN parties as a kid? Playing video games with a bunch of friends in a room, like all together as a group? Yeah, dude. One time I remember I was with my buddies. And we're all at this one dude's house, and everybody's like, dude, is that your sister? There's like a picture of his sister on the wall. Dude, is that your sister? Like, she's fucking hot. And one buddy's like, I got her first. And my buddy's like, well, I got ass. And then one of my buddies is like, I got left ear. like very enthusiastically.
That's fucking funny. I was talking to one of my coworkers today, and she was talking about how, I need a big pickup truck or something like that to be comfortable because I don't fit into most cars. And her son has an SUV and I barely fit into that fucking thing. And she was just talking to her son, who she was like, "Yeah, he needs a big pickup or something." And I guess her son was like, "Dude needs a fucking 18-wheeler." And it just tickled me a little bit.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny one. What have you, how's your work been going? You've been keeping busy?
Yeah, just trying to keep everybody in line.
Yeah, whip them into shape.
Whipping them into shape and fucking whipping their heinies. I don't know. Nothing too out of the ordinary, honestly. Just work, serving the people.
Yeah, not a fan of serving the people.
Yeah, it's it's getting kind of old. I won't lie.
People are pretty dumb in general when they're in public. The lack of like reading, like they just don't read anything.
Yeah, well, I've also noticed too. A lot of people they just kind of want things to fall into their lap, and for things to just kind of happen automatically.
Oh yeah,
It's like you actually have to push a button to get that receipt you want.
yeah. I mean, I look at our show. We're at it. I think this will be episode 59 recording wise. But look at our show. We've put a lot of not just only effort, but we've kept doing it.
Yeah,
We're going to be coming up on a year in September, which is crazy to think about.
it is. I was thinking about that the other day, honestly, and I'll be a year older.
Yeah, that's usually how that works.
Because September's my birthday, but
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not good with birthdays, dude. It took me a long time to even remember my own family's birthdays. Unless they fell on a holiday. I remember
fair.
those.
I mean, you did remember mine. You got me the beard brush thing.
Oh, yeah. I probably remembered because you told me.
Yeah, I do like to tell people my birthday.
Yeah, you get excited about it.
I like celebrating my birthday. A lot of people don't. You included. It's another thing we don't see eye to eye on. Eating ass and birthdays.
Yeah, I'm not a birthday guy. And you like birthday cake, don't you?
It depends.
Birthday cake fucking sucks, bro.
I'm not. Like how everything now is like birthday cake flavored. I didn't want nothing to do with it. It's just like sweet for the sake of sweet. There's no there's no flavor.
Completely fair. It almost tastes like confetti. Like
What
flavor.
you'd imagine confetti would taste
Well,
like.
like confetti flavor. Like there's a confetti flavor, and birthday cake and confetti flavor are almost
they're
like
probably
the same.
the exact same thing.
Oh, they pretty much are, in my opinion.
And you're talking to a guy that used to get the bubblegum ice cream from Baskin Robbins back in the day.
You know, I'll tell you why I don't like my birthday, though. Because I feel like every time I do something on my birthday, it never, like, reaches expectations. Because I just have high expectations, I guess.
Okay.
So I keep them very low.
Yeah.
Very low.
That
And
way
I
you can't
expect
be-
nothing. I can't be disappointed
Exactly.
if, things don't work out the way I want.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Honestly, I'm happy with whatever happens. I just don't want it to be nothing. I do feel like living another year while, millions of people manage to do it. Well, billions of people manage to do it every year. It should be something to be celebrated.
You know what's kind of an interesting and morbid fact based on that? Every year you get older, there's a bunch of people who are your contemporaries that make you a smaller percentage of society. Isn't that crazy to think about?
Well, because they die off.
Because they die off. Every year, people who are your age and you born in the same year as you will die. Like, tons of them.
Yeah, that's actually...
And you will survive. You are the percentage that made it.
Fucking
You're
deep.
like the fucking 1 in a million sperm. But
Yeah.
but doing it in outside of the womb.
In real time.
Well, it's in real time in the fucking womb or whatever, wherever. I don't understand how the lady parts work.
IRL.
There's an egg and some fallopian tubes. I don't know what's going on.
Yep. Then the male comes along and fertilizes the egg.
Hires a prostitute and then fucks the prostitute with no condom, raw dog.
Yeah, and then she has a butt baby.
But yeah, I don't know how that works. But either way, it's kind of a weird stat. Like every year you get older, there's less people that are the same age as you that are moving on. It's kind of crazy to think about. You become a smaller and smaller percentage of society in a way.
That is actually
Because
pretty deep.
no matter what, the older you get, there can't be more of people your age.
As long as you stay alive,
That's just not how it works. But there's going to always be people born in your year that are going to be alive or dead. It's just a matter of, can you make it to that 1%?
Now I kind of want to know how many 40-year-old Jesus Christ. Now
40-year-old.
that have the vocabulary of a 4-year-old. Fucking now I kind of want to know how many 40-year-olds are in the world right now, currently.
Yeah, it makes you kind of curious. Maybe we should look it up after this podcast. But we definitely won't share it with the people on the next episode.
No,
Do your own research.
That would be informative. That's not what we do.
Here's the thing, guys. We're a podcast all about stupidity and off-the-cuff humor and really, really vulgar humor, I guess I would say.
Most of it that has to be cut out.
Based on the Blueberry Beret episode, I'm going to say pretty vulgar humor. But here's the thing, like, we're just trying to kind of bring you a little entertainment, little brightness in the darkness of the fucking annoying fucking world and the news and the fucking blah.
We're not the light at the end of the tunnel, but we are a very small flashlight with low battery.
Yeah. So sometimes, every once in a while, we're useful. But like 90% of the time, you should do your own research. I do write this in descriptions. If you guys have never read any of my descriptions, go back and look at some of them.
Do yourself a favor.
I really add another joke. I don't even bother with a real description. No. I think the last one was just fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I think I just did like a Dragon Ball Z recap.
Dragon Ball Z recap.
Yeah, basically. I loved it. It was a passion project of mine. Like how I called Vegeta Vagina. Yeah. I'm like the evil Vegeta. Oh, dude, that show was fucking crazy, man. 10 episodes of fucking.
Kamehameha.
2 episodes later. 3 episodes later.
Yeah.
2 episodes later, it actually blasts.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You're not lying, though. But honestly, folks, take it from me. I actually used to sleep on the descriptions, too, for whatever reason. And
Yeah, my co-host fucking didn't read my descriptions. How do you like them apples?
I mean, I didn't even know we could get an AI summary until like episode 40. So.
The AI summaries are pretty hilarious sometimes. Mm-hmm. I just fucking love reading the AI summaries on random videos on YouTube. It's just absolutely wild sometimes.
The AI summary on our Nothing episode was like it panicked. And it
like it had no clue what to do. By the way, guys, that was a troll episode. I literally said, do not watch it. A bunch of people watched it.
Yeah,
not for very long, but it was 100% a troll episode. It was just like, we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And it was. I thought it was funny. Anyone who listened to it, ha.
Yeah.
Ha. Cheer.
Wonder what Ronald Rump sounds like when he laughs. I don't think I've ever heard that man laughing in my entire life.
I've never heard Donald Trump laugh, so I don't know how you would do a Rump laugh.
Yeah, exactly. I've never heard either one of them laugh. Are they physically capable of laughter?
I feel like he's laughed before.
I don't even think I've seen him smile before.
Really? I've seen him smile. I've seen him dance. That's pretty
Maybe more bare his teeth. I don't know if it was necessarily a smile. It's like if you teach an orangutan to smile, they just kind of show their teeth. It's not really, there's no emotion behind it.
I kind of want to do my Master Splinter impersonation for everybody, but I feel like we should be more popular before I pull out a very offensive. I don't think it's offensive because I'm just doing Master Splinter. But, like, some people might find it offensive doing, like, a New Yorker stereotypical Japanese accent, which is kind of what Splinter is. But I am really good at it. I just want to point that out. You might hear it at some point.
His Splinter is second to none, I'll be honest. It's pretty impressive. I'm actually kind of, like, questioning now if maybe he was the guy that did Splinter's voice.
Oh, I wish, dude. I would have buku bucks if I had that role, man. Although I was, like, a kid when those movies came out.
Yeah, me too.
I just watched them a lot, so I fucking got the voice down pat.
Do you like how I added to that? You said, I was a kid, and I was like, yeah, me too. No shit. I'm only 5 years older than you.
Yeah, I would expect you. You would have been 5 when they came out.
That's it. That's right, folks. Come to Garage Talk if you want to hear more stupidity like that.
Where the beers are always cold and the opinions are always really fucking dumb. 2 beers, 0 solutions is a really good catchphrase, though. I'm glad we kind of like have it posted out there. I mean, people could steal it, but we're the originators.
We're the originators. We could always claim fucking rights. Unless somebody actually gets it copyrighted, then we're kind of fucked. But
well, whatever. Who's gonna copyright fucking that?
Us. One day, hopefully.
One day, hopefully. Yeah. 2 beers, 0 solutions.
I mean, how hard is it to get something copyrighted?
No, I can't think of the last time we had beers doing an episode. Honestly, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We drink during some episodes.
We're phony as fuck.
I think it's kind of more of a motto. It's more of like because when we sit in the garage, we drink beers and fucking chill.
Yeah.
So it's just hard to like drink and record because you're a stumble mess. Maybe not you, but I get pretty stumbly. I mean the mystical.
Have you listened to our?
Well, the mystical trucker had questions that first one can be kind of proof because I was fucking gone after those fucking shots. Like,
Yeah.
it was a little much.
And then
like,
the second one, I was the one fucking floating in the sea of rum.
yeah, well, you kept just taking shots. You were fucking going crazy on that one.
I was drinking of my own volition. I don't need no hat to tell me to drink.
So I was telling you the other day about how I had rolled a cross joint before, which is just kind of fucking crazy. If you guys don't know what a cross joint is, it's from Pineapple Express. And those things are just, we were talking about how ridiculous they are to like get to actually work.
Yeah.
Because of the way you have to do them, which I'm not going to describe because this is YouTube and that would be kind of inappropriate. But the way you have to do them, it can kind of make them a little hard to actually all light at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have made like of the 4 I made, like 3 were fairly functional. But it's like one of those things that you do and then you just are like, okay, well, this kind of fucking sucked. Like, it was cool because the movie did it.
Yeah.
And then, like, once people found out I could do it, that's why I did more than one. People found out I could do it. They're like, oh, can you roll me a cross joint? And I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, you'll smoke it with me. Like, fuck yeah.
I mean, I also like that movie.
But yeah, I rolled a couple of them, and they were all right. They're only as good as what's inside of them, I guess, technically. So,
That's fair. What was that other one you were telling me about? It's like shaped like a flower.
it's like called a tulip. It's like all on the end. And then it's like you make I'm not going to go into how they're
and
made.
then you use your 2 lips to smoke it.
Yeah, pretty much. But there's a bunch of different like types of like joints and stuff you can roll. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm imagining like a pitchfork joint, which would basically just be a cross joint, but the ends are turned up.
Yeah, that would be a weird one. I don't even know how you would do that. I feel like you'd have to like roll like 2 bananas and like put them on the side. Almost like extra little, like mini ones.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
Make a double wide for the main.
that's something to try for later.
Yeah, it's always something to fuck around with, allegedly.
But honestly, I mean, all these different cross joints and flower joints and all this other stuff. It's like, I guess I know why people do it because it's funny or fun or whatever. But I mean, just smoke, man. Just grab a bowl and don't grab a bowl. Don't do that. Don't smoke drugs, guys.
Don't smoke drugs, even though.
But if you do,
they're really fun. But like, they're not fun.
use a glass pipe.
They're just really cool. No, I'm kidding.
Purest form of it.
I'm kidding. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things you just never want to do again. Like
Fair.
I don't think like I stopped smoking bongs years ago.
I've never really liked bongs.
They're rough. They're
Yeah.
rough on the old gooch.
Yeah, they are. Blunts either. I don't like the way they smell. I don't like how it tastes.
Yeah, blunts, they get all gross on the end, and then you fucking like your mouth is full of tar and shit, or whatever the fucking residue is from a fucking blunt, because it doesn't happen with other shit.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, I mean, if you do use a pipe or whatever, or even look at the end of your blunt, that shit's going into your lungs too, man. Like, weed isn't like just like this totally fucking harmless thing.
no, that's pretty harmless.
You're inhaling a lot of carbon and stuff too,
Delicious carbon.
which has carcinogens in it.
Yeah, good carcinogens. The best kind.
The kind that gets you high. Jesus Christ. We're just telling people to do drugs, but we did tell them not to murder each other. So.
Yeah, we did tell them not to murder each other. I mean, we did tell people, you probably shouldn't do drugs. If you're not, like, into, like, you probably shouldn't start or...
Honestly, I don't consider weed a drug.
Weed is kind of mild. If you're just going to do weed, whatever, you can drink a few beers, but do things responsibly, I guess. Like, don't overdo it. Don't drive if you're going to fucking do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't done it. We've told some stories on here, which I've admitted to some things that are probably not great, allegedly. And I like how we twin allegedly. That was kind of nice. But either way, like, you really shouldn't do it. I don't think either of us condone that sort of stuff. Like,
No, absolutely
even
not.
if we do,
Literally lost a parent because of it.
even if we've done it or like have done it in the past, it doesn't mean that we condone it now. We're a lot older than we were. You make stupid mistakes when you're young. The benefit of when we were young is not everything was recorded, so not everyone knows the stupid shit that we did.
Yeah, and a lot of times these fucking idiots record themselves doing the stupid
Oh
stuff.
my god, recording themselves doing crimes is the wildest thing I've ever seen. It's like, okay, well, you might as well just drive right down to the police station.
Exactly. Hand over the footage and then just hold your hands out to be cuffed and spanked. But also, being young doesn't need to be like your only excuse for doing stupid shit. It's just like that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, you just get older and you learn.
Yeah.
You learn that was probably a bad choice and you don't do it again.
And a lot of times, hopefully, this happens. You actually gain wisdom from bad choices, so you know not to do them again.
I feel like I have for the most part over the course of my life. I've been not a great influence on people, but I've tried to change who I was and who I am.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, a lot of times I feel like I'm not even as fucking mentally mature as you.
Sometimes it feels that way, but also like I've been like an old man my whole life. I feel like
He's an old soul.
No, like seriously, like get off my lawn. I felt that way at like 10. Like get the fuck off my lawn.
People are like, that old fucker. You're like, I mean, he's got a point.
But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, kind of, honestly, but not that I have like an old spirit, but that I've just kind of always been like kind of a grumpy old man.
Grouch.
The Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a twat.
You're as cuddly as a kumquat. You're as friendly as Mr. Feels, Mr. Grinch.
Dude,
I wouldn't touch you with my 49.5-foot pole. Fuck that. I fucking do not like that movie. But go ahead, what were you going to say?
So you know Mr. McFeely from the Mr. Rogers show?
Nope.
His mailman?
Don't really remember, but I do remember the mailman.
So yeah, his name was Mr. McFeely. I found out that Mr. Rogers' middle name is McFeely.
Really?
Yeah.
Something McFeely Rogers.
Fred McFeely Rogers.
That's an odd name, but he was kind of awesome, so I'm going to let it fly.
Yeah. He was, he should be sainted. I know he
Knighted. What do we do in America?
It's a little late to be fucking...
Give him a bunch of beer and burgers. What's that award?
I mean, I don't know, but I want that award.
Yeah, well, one day.
Jesus, beer and burgers, just all I could eat. And ass.
And on that note, I think that's probably where we end it, Hunter, because you just know how to end an episode. I think you're...
Well, I certainly know how to end a date, if you know what I mean. Another fun, if not sort of rambly episode of Garage Talk. We hope you guys enjoyed listening to us be a couple of morons. Ben, anything else to add, buddy?
Yeah, man, I got this weird voicemail for us from an old friend of ours. I thought I'd play it here on the podcast for you.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Hey guys, it's Blueberry Berets. How you doing, Hunters and Benjamins? You guys want to go munch on some roast beef later? And then we can go pick up some lunch or somethings. All right, see yas. Yeah, that was the voicemail, man. That's all he had a nice little message for us.
Yeah, definitely call him back. Let's do that.
I'll take him up on the lunch.
I'll take him up on the roast beef.
There we go. You get one, I'll get the other.
Hell yeah. Teamwork. Anyway, I'm Hunter. This is Garage Talk. Make sure to catch all of our new episodes every Sunday and Wednesday. And be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And catch us next time.